Hey friends, welcome to the video. Today we're just gonna go through like a typical day, well kind of 2 days. One day, typical work from home day as a dev, and another one typical day going into the office. Not quite typical because we do sneak in a nice team lunch on that day, which is really nice. So nothing too fancy, but yeah, just maybe it'll be interesting. Yeah, let's check it out. Alright, so we start off our day with checking some emails, just catching up on things. And yeah, just going through some of the DevOps stuff, PRs that come through, or yeah, tickets, meetings, whatever. Also just catching up on some Teams messages. So this is usually the stuff that I start the day off with, just getting through. And always dealing with the Authenticator app, trying to log in, and then starting with some PR, so pull request reviews. If there's any outstanding, we'll take a look, whoever's available. So I had a couple just to get through. It is a nice process to kind of learn for the reviewer as well as the person whose code is actually being reviewed. Comments, suggestions, always good. It's important with pull requests to remember that you shouldn't take things too personally. Like sometimes people maybe take critique a little bit too harshly, and yeah, without context or without maybe a chat in person. It's always better to have a chat in person as opposed to kind of just leaving comments and stuff. So yeah, if you do comment on someone's pull request, do try to follow it up with an in-person meeting just to kind of explain everything. I get started on some coding, so usually busy with some sort of feature or some sort of bug. Of course, we have a nice Slack channel, people showing off their cats, very cute. It's always nice to see. But otherwise, yeah, just get into it. We're trying to implement one of the features that I was working on, so it is quite a big feature, but try to do little by little, and yeah, just kind of progress at it as we can. Sometimes it can be quite a lot to think about, and yeah, it's important just to kind of pace yourself. Try to break things down into smaller tasks. Smaller manageable chunks is always good. And we use a DevOps board, so there's multiple ways to do it, but a great way is just to have a high level ticket or story and then just break down into a bunch of tasks that you can kind of complete. Way easier to show progress via the various tasks than And it's always good to have a nice stretch break. Also do some squats. Trying to do a lot more squats in the breaks throughout the day, just to kind of combat, sitting the whole day at the desk. I did do another video where I discuss how I balance the mobility with sitting at a desk. So yeah, so do check that out if you'd like. Top left of the screen. Otherwise, remember to get those squats in, remember to stretch, drink water regularly throughout the day is always good. Luckily, I didn't have too much bug fixing to do or debugging to do, so it was just kind of refining something I was busy with, as well as adding a bunch of components, mostly front-end work. I haven't gotten to the back-end yet, but it'll be coming up in due course, and yeah, I'll tie it all together. Don't forget to hydrate. Make sure you drink that water, drink those electrolytes. I'm not a big coffee or tea fan. I just love water. Time for standing, so I try to also include some standing time with my standing desk that I can. And usually I do that for the stand-up meeting. So stand-ups around 10 10 or 11. And yeah, we just give an update of everything we're working on, kind of review what everyone else is doing so we all in the know. And yeah, we can address any issues, any blockers that maybe anyone has. And we always end off with some jokes, some facts, which is always good to hear, nice things to learn and laugh. And after the stand-ups, back to doing a bit of pull request reviews as well. So sometimes it's helpful to pull the branch that the pull request is on and just kind of run it yourself, play around with it. Also go through the code. It's sometimes easier just to look through the code itself as opposed to looking at like the pull request on the DevOps side of things. I find it sometimes just easier to navigate, makes more sense. You can see how things are structured and the hierarchy and the architecture of it all. But I suppose this is personal preference, so going back between the actual PR and the code, but otherwise it all looked good. And it's a feature, not a bug. Back to the coding. Now I was kind of stuck, well, not stuck, just trying to figure things out. So when I'm thinking and trying to figure things out, I fidget a lot. So the fidget spinner is quite helpful for that, as you can see. At least it keeps the hands busy while I think, while I kind of reason things out. I don't know if anybody else does this. If you do, please do drop a comment below. Hopefully I'm not the only one. I tend to find anything that I can kind of fidget with, which is probably not such a good thing, but I find it really helps. Somehow it does. So either I'll be doing that or I'll be pacing up and down, or yeah, just walking also kind of helps. I feel like it helps a lot when I'm trying to think of a solution or just trying to conceptualize something in my mind. And yeah, once I get past this, I tend to kind of write it down or something like that. And then it like just kind of clicks or makes a whole lot more sense. And back to a quick squat break, and that's the day at home basically. Onto the office day. It started off with a whole bunch of traffic. I was so sad. I was like, no, how can there be so much traffic? So luckily that it was just a tiny stretch. I think there was construction, so once past that it was all flowing. And got to the office, always something to discuss, which is always good with the guys. But otherwise, kind of the similar process. So started off with just double checking some emails, some team messages, sorting out some pull requests, as well as then just getting onto the code, carrying on with some work. So we don't have a lot of meetings, which is good. Just kind of the stand-up meetings and maybe some design sessions, stuff like that. But otherwise, we really try to focus and try to get through things or get through whatever code or feature work that we have, because we work on quite big features at a time. And it's always good to be in the office with the guys, with the team, just discuss what we can, get some good collaboration going, and obviously have a few jokes in between, because it's all about the vibes. So off to stand up we go. So luckily when we're in the office we can all get together in the boardroom, kind of have a nice stand-up chat with everyone. The team members are in different places, so we do have a couple of guys down in Cape Town. Sometimes if someone can't make it to the office or whatever, we just call them in. But otherwise it's really nice having these stand-ups in person in the boardroom when we're all there. A lot of ad hoc chats happen, so it's good collaboration, and there's always some jokes being thrown around. We won't mention any names. So luckily today we were going for a team lunch, and it was right there by the Centurion Entelect office, so we went right there to WFH. They really have quite a nice selection of things. Also sell a bunch of breads and stuff, so like a bakery, which is really cool. And yeah, the menu selection was really big. Really had a good time with the guys, and yeah, really nice food as well. Also take a look at some of the stuff I have in my bag that I usually take to the office. I was just clearing out the bags, and it happened to be while I was filming it, so maybe it's useful, maybe it's not. I carry this big bag. I just feel like it's so much easier than having to carry a backpack. I like the wheels. I'm going through my bag I'm actually looking for something, but I thought I'd just quickly go through what I have in my bag that I take to the office every day. Yeah, so first thing I have is my keyboard. It's a little MX Keys Mini. Still really nice. I still love the size of it. It's super compact and it's super comfortable. I do have another Logitech keyboard that I use at home. That's really helpful when you've got an external screen. Then yeah, naturally a very big charger block for the laptop. And then I've got my trackball mouse, which is a left-handed mouse, which is really nice. Really great for taking it to the office because it's great for small kind of spaces. In the sense, compared to a normal mouse, you don't have to move your hand, just like the trackball that moves. So great for kind of taking wherever you go. Got my access card, which always needed. Whole bunch of pens, you never know. Of course a diary, just for, you never know if you need to write anything down. And I got this little pack of all sorts of cables. Got my earphones as well. And I have my metal straw in case. Waterless hand sanitizer in case of anything. Oh, I got another diary, Entelect diary, which is always cool. And some handkerchiefs, why not? More notepads. And that's about it. So also I thought I'd just show some of the supplements, not really supplements, vitamin supplements I suppose that I use. Maybe they'll be somewhat useful, but yeah, let's check it out. Okay, we made it to the kitchen. Yeah, so not too many, but I thought let's check some of them out. So in terms of I guess vitamins, I suppose we can call them vitamins, and that I take. So first of all is brand specific, not really, just depending what's available I suppose and what's on a good sort of special or good price, but generally most are similar. But anyway, yeah, so the first one is magnesium glycinates. I just have this brand at the moment, but I have used other ones, so take that just before sleep or in the nighttime. I think it does help a little bit with sleep. I have noticed an improvement since I started using it. I did try ashwagandha as well. Feel more using the magnesium as opposed to the ashwagandha. Secondly is omega-3s. So this is quite a good brand, or the ratios and the amount within each capsule are quite good. Hence why I use this one. Yeah, again, I have used others. This one is a vegan one, so it's not the fish oil, but from the algae oil. So it's what the fish eat to get the omega-3. So it comes straight from the algae, I suppose. It is difficult to find a vegan one that has a good or high ratio of like DPA, DHA. So yeah, you do have to kind of look around for that. The last thing that I use in terms of vitamins is this Viral Vance. So I did some blood work some time ago, and the only thing that I was kind of low in was vitamin D, which I started taking some vitamin D. But then I also quite like taking zinc, and I did feel like it was quite helpful. But having to take two separate things, and the zinc had to be dissolved, and anyway, I found this, which is one tablet, and it contains both zinc and vitamin D and a bunch of other stuff, vitamin C, B12, lysine, selenium. So it seems like a good all-rounder just to help keep the immune system good, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, so far so good. Then the only other two things that I usually take is creatine and sometimes a protein powder. So creatine, whichever one I think is at a decent price. And just, yeah, purely the monohydrate. I mean, there's plenty of videos on creatine if you don't know what it is. But yeah, I use that one. And then I found this one at Dischem, and it's a really decent ingredients. Per 100 grams has about 65 grams protein, which is all right. It tastes the best, or it tastes decent enough to drink it. Like, I can't stomach a lot of these protein powders, and this one is not bad. Like, it doesn't have a too sweet taste, too aftertaste, any of that stuff, so I can drink it comfortably and like not worry. I also recently found this one, which is from Wellness Warehouse. It's a combination of chia seeds, pea protein, hemp protein, and spirulina. Taste wise, not bad, not amazing. Definitely this one tastes better, but it was on special, 100 and something rand. It was like, couldn't not get it. Yeah, but I mean, I like the combination that it has, so that's quite good. But yeah, otherwise that's it. I feel like these are kind of the core, or some of the most important in terms of supplements, vitamins, or that I need. And yeah, I mean, you can take a lot of different things and go overboard a bit, but yeah, I feel like these are a good sort of base or foundation. So thanks for watching. I hope it was insightful, useful, interesting, any of the above. And yeah, as always, if anything resonates, please do comment below, send me a message. I'm always keen to hear from you. But otherwise, I'll see you in the next one.